Hi guys, it's Amanda, the Rhinestone Realtor, and thanks for watching this video. So I wanted to talk to you today about the top 6 ways to find off-market deals in the North Houston area. If you're not familiar, I have been in the real estate industry since June of 2012, and I actually got started in distressed properties, so this is definitely right up my alley. The number one way that I get distressed properties is by talking to wholesalers. Now, I've met them at networking events, on Facebook, through word of mouth, all different types of ways. And what a wholesaler is they will go out, they will find these distressed properties that usually needs a good amount of work. They will go ahead and get it under contract themselves and say, hey, I, the wholesaler, will purchase the property, or find somebody to purchase the property and close on it within 30 days. They'll put down a little bit of earnest money, usually like $10, $20, and then they will send out emails to their buyers list and say, hey, here's the property, it's worth $100,000, it needs $20,000 in rehab, and I'm selling it for $55,000. I made that number up, but you get the gist. And then they'll typically include photos in that and then say, hey, we are having a general showing tomorrow at 2 p.m. from 2 to 2:30. Show up, come check out the property, and submit your offers then. Typically, a wholesaler will sell it for a small markup, obviously for doing their job and taking the risk of getting it under contract, but that is a really great way to find some really good deals without having to do the legwork yourself. So that's number one, is wholesalers. Number two is word of mouth. So when you decide to get into investment properties, distressed properties, or you just want to buy something and fix it up and have a project to do, the best thing to do is to tell everybody you know. Say, hey, you know what? Hey neighbor, I'm actually looking to buy another property and maybe put some new floors in, do some new paint, and work on my handyman skills. Usually people will know somebody who has a distressed property that needs to sell it, and they might not want to put it on the market and have tons of showing and people going through it. So I've actually sold a lot of properties through word of mouth. I actually closed one maybe a month ago where I got an email from someone and said, hey, I know you do investment properties. I've got this property over in Humble. Here are the numbers. They want to close in 30 days. Yes or no? It worked out. So word of mouth is very strong. So that's number two, word of mouth. Number three is through Facebook groups. So if you go on Facebook and search in like the little group page function and say, for example, Conroe real estate, the Woodlands real estate, Houston real estate, you can find a lot of things that are for investors, for home sales. You can find it on Facebook Marketplace. Now you do have to be pretty quick when you're doing this, so I actually check this multiple times a day, and you will reach out to the people, and it's typically wholesalers or individuals trying to sell their house without having all the showings and market exposure, and you can work out a deal that way. So Facebook group is number three. I actually have sold a couple of that too. Those were fun because I made good connections with people who are professional wholesalers and actually sold additional properties with them over the years. Number four is going to be bandit signs. So no, it's not thieves and whatnot. Have you seen those little signs, usually on like a light pole at a stop sign, usually on a highway or like a main road in your area that says, we buy houses, call me at 1234, whatever their number is. That's a bandit sign. You can usually put those out. Now, those will get picked up pretty quickly, but a lot of people do very well off of those. So what I've done is if I'm sitting at a stop sign, I'll say, hey, I saw your sign at 45 and 1960. I'm a realtor. I have investors that are looking in this area. What do you got? These people are buying houses, they're selling houses, and it's always a good contact to make as well. So just pick up the phone, tell them what you're looking for. Worst case scenario, you made the contact and something will come from it at some point. So number four is the bandit signs. Number five is postcards. So we used to do postcards, and I actually just started another campaign with those. And it was a simple 3.5 by 5 cardstock. And we would say, hey, use whatever color you want, whether it's hot pink, lime green, bright neon yellow, like a sky blue, anything that stands out that's not white. We put all of our contact info on there and said, hey, are you a tired landlord? Are you behind on your mortgage? Are you behind on your taxes? Are you tired of dealing with a house and want something bigger, something smaller? let us know. We buy houses. So we actually did that for a while, and in a 12-month period, we actually bought 4 properties doing that, spending about $100 a month. So not a bad investment for 1 year. So I definitely recommend doing that for a lot longer than 12 months, but you get a pretty good turnaround rate on that. Rate of return, that's the word I'm thinking of. Alrighty, so that's number 5 is the postcards. And number 6 is your local distressed property agent. So I actually do a lot of skip tracing as well. So I will be driving around, say I'm going to Timber Lane, which is a very well-known rental area out here, and say I'm going to show a property that's either listed for sale, for lease, or something that, you know, I'm working on with another client. I will typically see a property that just looks distressed. The yard is overgrown, maybe the gutters are falling off, you can see wood rot from the outside, the paint is chipping. What I'll do is I will grab either my business card or my door knocker, put it on the front door. Don't have to talk to anybody, you just put it up there, and typically they will start calling me as well. So once you've been in the business for a while, you do kind of start to learn like those little tips and tricks and whatnot. That way you can kind of get those leads going on. So once again, the top 6 ways to find distressed properties in North Houston are wholesalers, word of mouth, postcards, bandit signs, Facebook groups, and your handy dandy realtor. Alrighty guys, if you are interested in getting in real estate investing in the North Houston area, specifically Conroe, Kingwood, Humble, the Woodlands, Spring, Tomball, Magnolia, Montgomery, the whole shebang, if you're interested, comment down below and we'll get you set up. See you later.